Hello, this video is on polynomial equations. Here's our first problem. 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 equals 0. You could actually solve that problem using the quadratic formula, if you've already learned that. You could solve it by factoring, and then setting each factor equal to 0. But we're going to use the calculator in this video. Okay, so first, make sure it's on. Hit the menu button. It usually sets up with number 1, which is calculate, so your basic calculations. But you're going to either use a down arrow or go over and down until you get to letter A. So I did that using the arrows at the top, left, right, up, or down. Once you get to letter A, then hit equals. Notice that it says equation / function. Then we have two choices. We have number 1, which is for simultaneous equations, and number 2, polynomial. So you're going to choose number 2. So just find the number 2 on your keys and click on number 2. Now it says polynomial degree. So that's the degree of the leading exponent. So in this case, the exponent is a 2 on the first term. If you look at problem number 3, that one has an exponent of 3 in the leading coefficient. So you would choose 3 for number 3. And then for number 4, the first exponent is a 4, so you would choose 4 for number 4. All right, so we're going to choose 2 in this case. So 2. And then it goes right to this ax squared plus bx plus c. What it's asking you, it has zeros right now, so what it's asking you is to fill in the blanks. Our a is a number in front of x squared, so our a is a 2, so you're going to put a 2. Okay, and then hit equals. And then now it scrolls over to the x term. So our x is -5. I don't believe it matters, but we do have a minus symbol. That's the white key, the minus. And there is a negative, the black key on the far left, below the fraction button. So there are two different keys. One's a minus, one's a negative. In this case, it doesn't matter which one you use, but there are some cases where it does matter, and it'll give you a syntax error or a math error. So let's just go ahead and put in -5, -5, and then equals, and then -12, and then equals. So now it does say -12 because that's the last number you put in. So you need to hit equals one more time. And there's our first answer, x1 equals 4. And then hit equals a second time, -3/2. So those are our two solutions, 4 and -3/2. Now if you hit equals again, it says min, that stands for minimum. So that's actually the vertex of the parabola. This is not on the vertex, this video is on the vertex, but that's what that number is. It's the x value of the vertex. And then hit equals one more time, and that's the y value of the vertex. And then it goes back to solving the next problem. Okay? Well, let's go ahead and go to the next problem. Let me clear it. Menu 1. So again, that's the basic mode for calculations. All right, but we're going to go back to it, menu, and then scroll down till you get to the 9, but then go over 1. So you get to A, and then hit equals. Again, number 2, polynomial. And this is also degree 2. So now we're going to put in the numbers. Now there is no number in front of x squared, so it's an assumed 1. Not 0, but 1. 0 would be if it didn't have that term at all. So 1x squared. The next one is negative 9. Let's go ahead and put a minus. I don't think it matters. Minus 9 equals minus 2 equals. Then hit equals again. This one is irrational. So that means it doesn't factor. The only way you could get it is by using the quadratic formula or completing the square. So there's our first answer. 9 plus the square root of 89 all over 2. Now hit equals again, and you should get the conjugate, which is the same thing but the opposite sign. And there it is. 9 minus the square root of 89 all over 2. Then hit equals again. That's the x value of the vertex. And that's the y value of the vertex. You may want to change that to a mixed number. I'm not sure if you can. Here, let's try it. Shift SD. Yeah, it'll change it to a mixed number. So again, I hit Shift, and then this SD right above the delete button, that's to change it from improper to mixed or backwards. If you hit it again, I'll change it to a decimal. So negative 22.25. Again, Shift SD. That'll change it to a mixed number. Hit Shift SD again. That'll change it back to an improper fraction. So this SD, I think it stands for like standard to decimal. All right, hit equals again, and then it goes back ready for you to type in another equation. All right, let's hit menu and 1 just to go back to the normal mode. Let's do number 3 now. Menu. Scroll down to letter A equals 2. This time it's degree 3. So now it's ready for the x cubed term. So that would be 15 equals 14 equals negative 3. You could hit either minus or negative, and minus 2. Okay, then hit equals one more time. That's one of the answers, 2 over 5, 2/5. Hit equals again, negative 1/3. And then hit equals again, negative 1. So those are our 3 solutions, also called zeros. Roots is another name. Okay, let's do one more. Notice that this one doesn't have a maximum or a minimum for the vertex. That's because it's a cubed. There is no vertex of a cubic function. Okay, so now we want to do the next problem, which is the fourth. So I can't just start typing here. I have to hit menu. It's already set at A, so hit equals 2. This time we're going to choose degree 4. And now put in my numbers. 6, 11, negative 40, negative 55, and 50. These do have to be in order. I didn't say that, but they have to be in order. There has to be a 0 on the right-hand side. Okay, so we hit our equals. Well, this is interesting. 2.236. that means the answer has a square root. Okay, it has a square root in it. It equals, again, 2/3. So that's one of the answers. Negative 2.23 and negative 5/2. So this is giving you the answers. Some of them are in decimal form, which means that they're radicals. Okay, square roots. So hopefully you're probably doing a chapter right now. If you're doing this problem, you're using synthetic division, you're using the rational root theorem. Anyways, you still have to do the work. The calculator only does so much. You still have to do the synthetic division with the negative 5/2 and the other answer. What was the other answer? Let's do it one more time. Okay, that one, oh, the 2/3. So you're probably going to have to do the synthetic division with the 2/3, the negative 5/2. And then once you bring it down to a second degree equation, then you can either use the quadratic formula or the square root property. They were matching decimals, so that leads me to believe that they're square roots. They're the same square root, so you could use the square root property to get the last two answers. Okay, hope this was helpful. I'll see you here for the next video. Have a good day.